Hey everyone, I'm back. I took some time off, mainly due to being lazy, but also because it's just time to rebuild my PC, and I played a lot of Quake Champions and had to get my OS working again and all that jazz. Like new computer, new problems. I'm enjoying it pretty much though, but I'm finally just now getting my shit back together again. Speaking of Quake Champions, I can't say much because I'm under NDA, but it turns out that they're going to do a super badass 1v1 mode that is like a tag team system. Uh, that is awesome. I'm really enjoying the game a lot, by the way, too. I don't know if that breaks NDA to admit it, but I really seriously feel like Quake Champions is just, oh man, they're fucking doing a really excellent job with the game. And I'm going to be playing it. I play a lot of Overwatch. I'm going to be playing Quake Champions. I don't even view them as being that similar, actually. Overwatch is a lot more like a Team Fortress style game. They actually got Quake Champions to feel like an arena shooter. Anyway, okay. Hopefully, I didn't break NDA. Anyway, I'm going to be going to make some changes with my YouTube channel content and my VidMe channel. I will be ditching my Facebook, Reddit, and Twitter account soon. Who gives a fuck? Because fuck them anyway. Mainly because the censorship is just getting pathetic. I just feel like it's uncool and it's time to move away. Like I'm getting pretty sick of it. As far as YouTube is concerned, though, I don't honestly think YouTube is so bad. A lot of people are painting this as a culture war on media, but I simply see it as advertisers deciding to do things they legitimately should be allowed to do if that's what they feel like fucking doing. I actually kind of view the entire thing as a bunch of large entities just doing large entities things, if that makes any sense. I really love the whole meritocracy that was created through AdSense and the disconnection that was caused between the creator and the advertisers, though. It was really a happy coincidence that it would be so effective and genuinely worked out to create such a cool environment where content creators are rewarded for being cool and honest. Seriously, that was either, maybe it was accidental, but whatever. It just worked out so well. And I'm talking in the past tense. I really shouldn't be doing that because it's really not over. It really isn't. The thing is, YouTube seriously has the right to do whatever it wants. Like, and so do the advertisers and everything like that. I mean, we can we could say that, oh, because of the Wall Street Journal and all that nefarious shit that was going on, and there's a lot of other things that, a lot of moving parts to this entire topic, but ultimately, like, they're not making money on it, and the advertisers. Maybe there's evidence that they're somehow colluding, eh, eh, but at the same time, you have to be thinking about this in other ways as well. Like, uh, I don't know. I could try and go into it. It's I don't know. I remember a friend of mine freaking out before all of this mess really it took place with AdSense, with the AdSense nonsense came about, like right before that happened, uh, claiming that it was so bad that they created a restricted mode that people can opt out and, opt into, that filters out LGBT content, stuff like that. And I don't think restricted mode is a bad thing, honestly. I'm against censorship, not so much against self-imposed filters. There's a difference if I can choose what I want to see, right? Like I view self-imposed filters as a feature, not a restriction. A restriction is if they ban content from the page, and I don't think that's happening. Uh, don't I don't like. I mean, if you don't like restricted mode, turn it off, right? Anyway, that is a bit muddy because it's questionable if restricted mode isn't being forced on people intentionally in specific situations. I don't know. I seriously don't view it as censorship yet. Like the AdSense thing and everything like that. Maybe it's a soft censorship. I don't view it as censorship. Everyone is still allowed to say whatever they want. The AdSense stuff isn't really uh it might make things harder It might mean that some people can post less, but they can still post about important topics. If somebody feels something is important, then they can say about it. Like that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of glad harmful opinions brought it up. Like he mentioned like, hey, if people are saying that this will destroy them and they'll never be able to just sit in front of their computer for 20 minutes and say something that's on their minds, then maybe you shouldn't have been doing this in the first place. Like, yeah, I guess I know I realize that's a really nuanced thing, but I know a lot of people really took what he said the wrong way, and he's awful at explaining himself. But in a way, I think I kind of understand what he was saying a little better uh, than I think a lot of people realize. He actually did have a point. I just I don't know. Now, Reddit is rife with censorship. Facebook is a pile of stinking censorship. So Twitter is as well. So is Twitter. With that said, I'm not really against the idea of ditching YouTube and going full out VidMe. I mean, why not? I have a fairly small audience. It wouldn't be difficult to rebuild completely. I just have a problem. My problem is that uh, VidMe and Steemit VidMe and Steemit don't like each other very much at all. I can't get the videos when if I upload a video to Steemit, I mean upload a video to vid.me, and I want to post it on Steemit, which Steemit is honestly my core location, right? Like I care more about my Steemit account than I do my YouTube and my VidMe because Steemit is just that fucking good. But um if the video is posted on VidMe, it will not post correctly on Steemit. It won't embed the video so that you can just click it. It'll look like a blue link that somebody has to click on. Where if you do it on YouTube, it's like this big fancy thing. I mean, it would be super cool, I think, to completely dump YouTube, though. I mean, why not? But I mean, Steemit is like one of the best fucking things since sliced bread. Cryptocurrency is amazing as hell. That's the reason why I like Steemit so much. I mean, seriously, if you thought AdSense would create an amazing meritocracy, then step aside because Bitcoin and its derivatives are ready to free market our asses raw. I mean, if you thought AdSense was gonna do the job, uh, one of the biggest advantages of cryptocurrency is that you can have fairly complex systems in order to reward behaviors. In other words, you're gaming the system. It's like a video game. What is a video game? A video game is positive reinforced. Uh, Through positive reinforcement, you encourage behaviors. They're behavioral encouragement as a whole, um, and cryptocurrency makes that kind of thing even easier. So you definitely don't have to worry about people being fake. The person with the highest score is the one who's definitely the one making the most money, basically. Uh, all of us are, I mean, sorry for a second. I actually think that YouTube should seriously do, in light of this AdSense shenanigans, Google Coins. I mean, you're probably thinking, who would want something like that? And I'm gonna have to just come out and say this. Most of us do, and we just don't know it yet, because a lot of people are not familiar enough with what cryptocurrency is really like. I mean, it's a fucking. Let me describe it like this, and not to be too hyperbolic, but fuck it, fuck it. Let me just go balls deep on this, and just fucking say it. It's 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 time for a fucking monster red pill, mother cuckers. Cryptocurrency is a red pill from hell. Like it's there's a lot of things I can go into about it. Would be another video. Oh, but Google Coins wouldn't really be private or anything like that, right? So if you're thinking about Google Coin, like as an idea, as a feature, like isn't one of the biggest advantages of cryptocurrency privacy? Not necessarily, because there's a lot of different types of coins. You have all these different derivatives. So if Google was to make a coin that's not private, where they're able to actually basically spy on you when you have the coin, um, they can collect analytics for that. They can actually get data on like all kinds of cool stuff. I'll go into this in a second, but no, but the coins would buy them. You can buy with them would be private. That's it. That's just it. A corporation has a lot of gain from releasing a crypto like this. There's absolutely zero moral or technical dilemma with making crypto that collects analytics about its users. Here's how it would work. Google coins would be mined in the same way as Bitcoin, but it would be wired to always send a percentage of the earnings to Google during the mining process. Then, Google has the ability to divvy out these earnings to people who make videos that bring people to YouTube. So it's a lot like Steemit already is right now, but Google can also track transactions and be able to garner marketing data based on how the coins are spent and donated. You can have people who stockpile the coins and yada yada, all that good old, whales and minnows, and we're probably gonna end up having that fucking shit. I can't wait till I'm listening to CNN and people start talking about whales and minnows. It's gonna happen eventually. I give it about 5 years. If you don't like the lack of privacy with coins, send your Google coins over to an exchange and buy a more private coin. That's really it. So that it's all just win for Google, unless it causes some other problems, like toppling the government. That is actually a vague thing that cryptocurrency might do, unless the government is good at figuring out the problem, because collecting taxes is a pain in the ass. I have suggestions on ideas, but yeah, it's a serious actual thing. Collecting taxes is going to be really fucking hard. Google coins would be top tier shit in a world where old media seriously needs a kick in the pants anyway. I mean, seriously, they would. Like, they plan to fucking turn Google into a TV station. It's almost laughable, in my opinion, that this is even something that is a vague possibility that I've been hearing through the grapevine that might actually Google TV, watch shit you shouldn't be watching anyway on. Oh, God. I mean, seriously, they really want us to go back to watching TV. I remember most of the coolest shit, all of the really good art, and all of the really good music and stuff like that, and during the 90s, and what was one of the main things? It was that everybody was just consumerist and had no emotions. I mean, did you watch Fight Club? Did you listen to most of the music back then? It wasn't cool to be a mindless drone fucking watching television, right? And they actually want to bring it back. I mean, when I look at the 2000s, I think of the 2000s as what? The 2000s were basically the death of curation. An entire generation born into, we don't know what the fuck we want. But right before that happened, you had this sort of this sensation that, everybody was just mindlessly watching television, and there were no critical thinkers anymore. And now we're finally just getting out of that fog, and then even the suggestion of allowing us to go back to that crap again pisses me off. It really fucking does. I don't even want to think about it. I mean, I like thinking. That's why I don't want to watch television anymore. So, yeah, it's pretty laughable. I mean, Google Coins, on the other hand, would be a dildo-sized red pill and everyone will swallow. Whether or not it can happen, I realize that I'm kind of jumping around a little bit because I need to get better at making these kinds of videos. So, with that said, I will be closing down my other YouTube channel. I have 2 YouTube channels right now. One of them has like 530 subscribers. I probably should be making that one my main one, but I like my second YouTube channel more because Zombie Doll is able to edit my videos for me and stuff like that, and it makes things easier when I have somebody else able to like edit the videos and then upload them for me and everything. It's super convenient, which is something that I won't have with VidMe probably. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. But I'm going to rent out some more fancy video editing. It's like a Adobe Premiere, and I am going to go through all my old videos on the old channel and condense and re-edit them to be more in line with non-sucky content, which is something that I have a lot of trouble with. Right, I need to learn how to make shit shorter. Anyway, this video is already too long. So anyway, I think that this clears up the future plans while ranting a bit. I'm more ranting a bit more than I thought I would. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and if you like my content, give me a nice upvote on Steemit. It's in the link, in the description below. I highly recommend you check out Steemit. Cryptocurrency is fucking awesome. Getting some is fucking sweet. That right there, Steemit is the fucking is a beast, man. Anyway, peace out, Marshmallow peeps.